Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Heather Spears and welcome in everybody. Now this video actually started with a conversation that I had with my sister, and she's pregnant, so she's expecting my nephew here in a couple of months. She is 7 months along now, and she says to me, "Oh my gosh, Heather, if I could have one thing at all, it would just be a whole bunch of simple, easy to wear dresses to just pop on for any day, any occasion." And she asked the right person. I make clothes, so I thought, why not do some very simple dresses that anybody could make? So that made me come up with the idea of making the world's simplest but cute maternity dress. I am going to be using this fabric here to show you guys how to make it, and let's get started. So before we jump in, you might notice my mannequin here with her little belly on. We're actually not even going to need this for this tutorial, nor are we going to need any patterns. This is just strictly a fabric, sewing machine, thread, and scissors kind of deal. So when I say it's easy, I mean this is so beginner friendly, you guys. I am so excited to share it with you. Now I'm going to take you over to the table and show you how I cut and fold this fabric just to make this thing work. Okay, so before we get started on the tutorial portion, let's talk fabric. You want something that stretches, and this fabric that I'm using is a poly-spandex mix, but you could use anything that you like as long as that it has that stretch. So this is exactly what we're looking for. Now to get started, all we are going to do is fold the fabric so that right sides are together. And when we do this, the main thing is that we want where the fold is to be exactly in half and to where it's like not wrinkled at all. So do it on a flat surface. This is actually the perfect little tutorial to use for a shirt or a dress, and since my sister said she wanted so many different colored dresses, I thought that I would just do a dress. That's why my fabric is actually long, because from the fold, which is over on this side, down to the bottom, that is going to be the length of your dress. So you can do this however long you want. And I have mine at about 38 inches. I'm going to do it a little bit longer than she would usually go, because just to make sure there's extra room for that baby bump. Now, other things to note about what we are going to do to the fabric right now is on the fold over here, this is actually going to be where we make the exit for the head hole. So we have the fabric folded exactly in half. This is the fold, and this will be where the head hole comes out. So the length of your garment this way will be the length of your shoulders. So from shoulder to shoulder, how far is it? So for the dress that I'm doing, it's going to be about 18 inches. But in order to get this measurement for yourself, just measure from your one shoulder to the next, and then cut that out of your fabric here. So we're looking at the length you want your garment on this side and your shoulder width here, and that's pretty much all you need to know. So let's get cutting the excess fabric off for the length of the shoulders here. Now with the main piece of the dress here, I know it looks nothing like a dress. How can I keep calling it a dress? We're gonna do something really cool. We're actually going to fold it in half one more time, like so. And doing this will give us an exact mirrored edge for each side. So we don't need this to be the exact shoulder width all the way down to the bottom, because that's not quite how a human body is proportioned. Now to fix that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go probably from about this would be where the shoulder is, and I'm going to taper it down ever so slightly to where the legs will exit, which is over here. And I'm just going to cut from our shoulder point down tapered, just to create a little bit more of a desirable silhouette at the end product. Now that we have the dress tapered to where the neck will come out on this side and the legs will come out on this side, let's deal a little bit more with this neck area to create where your head will exit. So for a dress design like this, we are just going to kind of eyeball it. And I know that sounds very scary, but just to create a little bit of a neck exit here, which could always be altered later on. We just want to get kind of a visual representation of where the neck should be, because I know everybody, my sister likes a little extra room on the neck, and other people maybe want it a little bit more closer to the neck. So that is kind of your personal, preference. But this kind of look is so cool because the neck is both the same on the front and the back. So when we unfold it, we get like, ta-da! It's such a funny little shape and so simple at the same time. Now we are actually almost done, and what we're gonna do next is just measure and mark where we want the armhole exits to be, and then just sew down the sides. I'm gonna do 8-inch armhole exits. So at 8 inches from the shoulder point down, I'm just gonna put a little pin in, because we don't wanna sew that together. Put a pin in there, and then also on this side, put a pin in here. Now that we have, I'm gonna just flip this around, and now that we have that all pinned up, make sure our fabric stays together there. All we are gonna do is sew from this pinpoint down to the bottom. So 2 lines of sewing. You can pop a few pins in there just to make sure it stays in place. Okay guys, so we should have something that looks like this. I know it looks like no style at all, but I swear once this gets on your body, all the shape will take form. So what I have here is, this is the dress, and both sides I have sewn to that pin mark that we had. So these are 8-inch sleeves and then sewn all the way down to the bottom here. Now I did use a serger on this. You don't have to use a serger. You can use a regular sewing machine, and that is just a-okay. I just did that so that the edges be all nice and clean. But if you don't have a serger, don't worry. Use a regular sewing machine, use a straight stitch, and just sew the sides in, and you'll get the same result. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish the edges. So we're gonna finish this bottom edge here, and both sleeves, and then the neckline. You can be done right now. You can try this on and see if you need to trim off any on the bottom if you made it too long or any of that. You can be done if you don't care about this raw edge, showing on the front. Now I'm gonna finish it because I do care about that. But all we're gonna do to finish this is take one of the edges. We're gonna do the same process to the bottom, both armholes and the neckline. So we're gonna take these edges, and all we're gonna do is fold it inward like this and stick a pin in. Something kind of like this. Now I'll show you up close here and speed it up in a minute, but I did want to say, when we head over to the machine and do this, we're going to want to use one of 2 stitches. We could do a double needle stitch to finish, or a zigzag stitch. And the reason why I say that is because this look really relies a lot on the stretch. It relies a lot on the stretch and a lot of the shape of your body. So we want to maintain this stretch, and in order to do that, we need to either use a zigzag stitch or a double needle stitch. A straight stitch will get the job done, but you'll lose all that stretch, and we don't want that, because as you can see, the way this is, it's not exactly fitted in any way. So we need the stretch so that our body could do the talking for us. So I'll show you pinning around and taking it over to the machine. Okay guys, so this is it. This is what it looks like all done. So I've got the neck sewn, I got the arm sewn, I've got the hem done, and the dress is finished. So this look, I mean, it should only take you maybe about 30 minutes, probably less, to finish. And it is just so cute and so simple and easy to stylize. But yeah, so I don't think this video would be complete without me convincing my sister to try this on and model it for us. So she is currently 7 months pregnant. She's gonna put this exact dress on and show us what it looks like. So let's go. Alright, so that is it for this video. Now, I hope you saw something here that you liked. This tutorial is so easy for all skill levels, and it is just so easy to just kind of choose, to do it maternity, regular, or a shirt or a dress, however you want to do it. It's totally up to you. Now, if you saw something here that you did like, please remember to give me a thumbs up so that I know. And if you'd like to hang out again, do some more simple tutorials like this, check out some of the more complex things that I've made myself, or maybe just get down with some fashion try-on hauls, hit that subscribe button and you're always welcome to join me. Until next time, guys, bye!